Journalist Don Lemon has been arrested by Donald Trump's DOJ. This is Law and Society reporting. This is developing. We don't know what charges he's been charged with, but his attorney has issued a statement saying that Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Don has been a journalist for 30 years, and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he has always done. The First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. There is no more important time for people like Don to be doing this work. Instead of investigating the federal agents who killed two peaceful Minnesota protesters, the Trump Justice Department is devoting its time, attention, and resources to this arrest, and that is the real indictment of wrongdoing in this case. This unprecedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand. Don will fight these charges vigorously and thoroughly in court. The First Amendment, in pertinent part, says Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. Donald Trump's DOJ has arrested Don Lemon for covering a protest at a church in Minneapolis earlier this month. Ironically enough, the DOJ wants to charge the defendants with unlawfully interfering with churchgoers' constitutionally protected freedom to practice religion, thereby setting up a confrontation between religious freedom and the rights to peaceably protest, as well as the freedom of speech and press. It is a First Amendment civil war. Make no mistake, Trump wants to make things as complicated for us as possible. He wants to use his executive power to twist laws and commands of the Constitution. He wants to both use and abuse the Constitution to crush dissent and disillusion people. But he does not feel constrained by any of the Constitution's commands that prohibits government intrusion into people's lives. This is chaos. This is designed to cause uproar, and this is a continued assault on the freedom of press, something Donald has habitually done throughout his political career. His free speech rights are absolute. His opponents, they don't have that right at all. That's how Trump sees it. His friends and allies have the complete freedom of the press as long as they favorably cast Trump in every story about him. His opponents don't have that right. They are not journalists to Trump. To him, they are agitators and insurrectionists. That goes for Alex Preddy and Renee Good as much as it goes for Don Lemon, and it will be the same for anybody else who protests against Trump's regime. That's Trump's message. But do not be afraid, though. This is Trump being afraid. The more he clamps down, the more desperate and fearful he is. That makes him dangerous, but also vulnerable. Keep up the peaceful protests. Keep recording. Get out of their way, but keep recording what they do. Trump wants to take away our freedoms, and Don Lemon's arrest is part of Trump's larger takedown of American rule of law as it applies to everybody. As long as we keep protesting, as long as we the people flood the streets, Donald Trump will not be able to deprive us of our rights, no matter how much he tries. So please stay safe, stay vigilant, protest peacefully. Do not interact with federal agents. Only speak with local police who identify themselves and don't hide behind masks. Never touch law enforcement without their consent. But bring your loudest voice and your flashiest signs. Bring your costumes and whistles. Bring your bullhorns and your phones. Become the press when Trump tries to suppress the press's freedom. Dance with your signs when they tell you not to demonstrate. We are in the middle of a transition. If we relent, haters and oppressors will win. We cannot relent. We cannot let our forefathers and our future generations down. We have to be responsible, legally sound, and morally resolved. I'll end with this comment from Midas Touch. Midas Touch says, no arrest for the ICE thugs who murdered Alex Preddy, Renee Good, or Keith Porter. No arrest for anyone in the Epstein files. But they arrested Don Lemon because of his journalism. That about says it all. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.